So the first, I have searched my heart over and over again on where to begin this series on creating lasting change. And the first thing that came to my mind is awareness. You have to be aware of a situation before you can do anything with it. If you don't know that, to use health as an example, if you don't know that you have breast cancer, you can't do anything, you're not going to do anything to treat it at all. But once you become aware of it, then you can start doing your research and you can start checking out your options. Then you have resources and you have different paths that you can choose. So it's kind of the same thing. If I'm not aware that I'm the cause of all of my suffering, then how can I even address me? I'm going to spend all my time wandering around looking for something that I'm not ever going to find. So becoming aware of the choices that I make, the habits that I have, and the responses, my reactive modes, it helped me to, in the moment, choose a different response. But I had to get real. Like, I had to take the blinders off. And it started with food and with eating. Because, again, I didn't know what else to do other than to change things externally. And I had to take the blinders off on what I ate and, like, really get real on what I ate. Not say, I've, for the last probably 6 or 7 years, I've maintained a pretty healthy diet. I have my ups and downs and my fluctuations with it. I did in the past. But overall, compared to the average American person, I didn't do fast food. I don't do, like, obvious junk food, cut out fried foods. Like, there's a lot of things that I don't do that a lot of people do. So I kind of had myself fooled. Like, well, at least I'm not as eating as poorly as so-and-so is, and at least my health is better than that person. At least I'm not as heavy as that person. And I had this comparison thing that I was doing. And when I had to get real and say, you know what, it really doesn't matter how big, how small, how healthy, unhealthy other people are. What really matters is myself. And since I'm the only self that I have, there's no other Chrissy Key running around the world that I'm aware of, then I really can't compare myself to anybody else. So I shifted my perspective from looking at what everybody else is doing and comparing myself as being too big, too small, too tall, too short, to I'm the only Chrissy Key, so what I got going on, regardless of what it looks like to anybody else or what any of the books say or what any of the people say or what anybody says, period, I have to be absolute perfection just how I am. Because there's no comparison. You can't prove that I'm not perfect because you can't set me next to another me and say, well, see, Chrissy, this is where you're off. You know what I'm saying?